Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'm going to share with you the 5 books that I've read in one day. And so if you watched my 24 hours of reading video that I'll link up in the cards, you know that I'm a very slow reader. So when I finish a book in one day, it is like it's a very big deal for me at least. So yeah, here are the 5 books, like the only 5 I didn't include like children's books, but these are like 5 books that I've read in like one day, which I'm very proud about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So this is the book that I read in my 24-hour readathon, and it was Stronger by Jeff Bauman. And basically this is the kind of memoir of the man who lost both his legs during the Boston bombing and just his experience of going through that. So yeah, this book is, like I said, it's very small. It's just under 240 pages. So for normal people, you probably read this very quickly, but it did take me a couple hours to get through this. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this book, and because I'm doing my master's in orthotics and prosthetics and I will be working with people like him, it was a very good reading experience for me, just learning what these people are going through, especially if they lose their legs in a traumatic way, especially the way this guy did. Like, it's really good, interesting, kind of experience for me just to kind of see their perspective. So yeah. So the next book that I've read in one day was Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham, and this was her memoir, basically everything that happened from Gilmore Girls, like basically the start of Gilmore Girls to the revival and just everything in between. So yeah, I remember getting this as a pre-order, and I read it when I was at work, so I'm a tutor, so some days people don't ask me questions, so I usually just sit there working on my homework or read, and this is one that I finished during one of my shifts. So yeah, I really liked it. She's very funny and witty, and I also listened to the audiobook like a couple months later, and she's very witty, and like the comedic timing in there is really good. So yeah, if you're a fan of Gilmore Girls, I highly recommend that you check this book up. It's very quick read, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. So this is another book that I've read while I was at work, and it was The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them screenplay. So this one I went through very quickly because it is a screenplay, but basically I found it very useful because I'm not really a theater person and I'm not used to reading scripts, that I saw the movie first and then I read the screenplay. So yeah, that's what I recommend doing if you haven't seen the movie yet or if you're interested. So yeah, this was one I flew through because it is a screenplay, so you can just go very quickly, and I could really picture everything in my head. So I remember going to Borders when it still existed. My parents took me to Borders to get this book when it came out. It was The End by Lemony Snicket, and this is the last book in a series of unfortunate events. And I was obsessed with this series like that. I finished that book in one day. Like, I couldn't put it down. I was like obsessed, and so I'm really excited for the Netflix series. Like, season 1 came out last January, and for season 2 comes out at the end of March. So I'm really excited because I think they've done a really good job adapting and kind of expanding the world. So yeah, I was really obsessed with this book when it came out, and I flew through the series when I was younger, and so when this one came out, I literally sat there and just read it for the whole day, and I don't regret it. And so finally, the last book that I've read in a day was The Surgeon by Tess Gerritsen. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that Tess Gerritsen is one of my favorite authors. The Rowling and I series is near and dear to my heart. So we went to the bookstore in town, and the kind of the book owner there was really nice with us, and he loved my mom because my mom's an author, so they had like a connection there with her books and all that, and she did stuff for the bookstore and all that. So he recommended for me the Rosolian Isles series. So I remember picking up The Surgeon after we left. That was the book that I got, and then I finished it that entire day, and I loved it so much. Like, I flew through it. It's very dark and twisted, but I loved it nonetheless, and just kind of the strong, complex, dynamic female characters I really loved. So yeah, and then whenever we would the way we would do it was I would get the new book on the Friday, and then my mom would pick me up, and I would read it for the week, and then my mom would pick me up on Friday when we'd walk into town, and I get the next one. So like I said, this was a series, I had a lot of health problems going on when I was reading this, so these kind of helped distracted me from everything that was going on. So yeah, that's why these books are near and dear to my heart, and I highly recommend, if you're into the murder mysteries, to check this one out because it is so good. that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what books you've read in a day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.